Hello, this is Sam Pirozzolo, and once again you are with Right Bites TV, and I have the attorney for the Staten Island courtroom scandal, Richard Luthmann, with me this evening, and we are discussing the courtroom case. Rich, thanks for doing another Right Bite with me. So we've covered this topic a little bit, a few different things, but one thing that we left off on the last Right Bite was the topic of the McMahons. We have Justice Judith McMahon, who was in charge of the criminal and the civil court. She was the administrator for both. But when her husband, Mike McMahon, ran for district attorney, she had to step down as the administrator for the criminal court because there was a bit of a conflict of interests there. And not a bit, but that's just the way that it was. Your lawsuit alleges that she overstepped those bounds and had some sort of collusion in certain areas with her husband about how the criminal court should work, and cases should be steered from one judge to another judge because some judges were too defense orientated. So why don't we start off with steering the judges, and what does too defense orientated mean?
Well, it's almost an absurdity, because if you go talk to some of the criminal defense attorneys, the criminal bar, they'll say that there's no better straighter shooter than Marty Mattei or Wayne Ozzie. They're thoughtful judges, and you get a fair shake.
So these were the judges she wanted to steer the cases away from?
That's right, and they've presided over murder trials recently, both of them, where there was convictions. These are not judges that are wacko leftist liberal judges that want to let everybody walk out of the courtroom, but they are judges that give you a fair shake. And for some reason, they didn't like that because they want the DA's stats to look good. They was trying to sway certain cases away from certain judges that, you know, that they might be an issue. But the bigger concern here...
Well, hold on one second. John P. Connors is the attorney for Justice McMahon. I haven't been able to reach out to the office for any comments yet, so let me just say this, you know, in their defense. Mr. Connors says that Justice McMahon is not a party to this lawsuit, but the claims in it about her are obviously absurd.
Well,
now, you have other documentation. You have tape recordings of her saying things like this?
I have tape recordings. Okay, my client procured tape recordings. My client procured tape recordings of Judy McMahon herself, of Judy McMahon contacting Mike McMahon on issues they shouldn't have been speaking about, and other judges in the courthouse as well. And the conversations talking about, oh, she's going to get jammed up. Oh, we want to do this or that on the criminal side. We want to do a veterans court. We want to do any type of other initiative, Part N, the narcotics part. And it would be decided on one side of the building that this is the way we're going to do it, and then Judy would come and veto it. I don't know how they got anything done there with her menacing.
Right, so let me say this, you know, in defense of the attorney of, District Attorney Mike McMahon. This is a quote from him, and he says that, as I understand it, this is nothing more than a ridiculous claim by a self-serving, disgruntled employee and the grandstanding of his attorney. All allegations are false. So not only are you saying are they not false, but you have audio tapes, which we will play at the end of this bite.
The tapes will speak for themselves. I have a lot of tapes. There's only been a few that have been released publicly. Obviously, there's a criminal and other investigations going on right now that we don't want to compromise. But the McMahons, what they did here is they did what they always do, textbook McMahon. Make the other guy the bad guy. Mike Pulizzato, dedicated court employee. He teaches. He's just a very great guy, and they're trying to throw him under the bus, make him the bad guy. They're coming after me too. I'm the lawyer. Luthmann, Luthmann's this, Luthmann's that. Luthmann bilks clients. Luthmann screws people out of money. I've already had people come to me and they're telling that they're approaching people that are my clients.
Who's approaching who?
Well, I'll tell you someone, I'm not going to say his name, but he's up till recently was a high-ranking official in the local Democratic Party, and he had somebody come and offer him a job to throw me under the bus, which in itself is problematic, because if it's a government job, so then it could be a crime.
This is breaking news, you know, right here.
This is breaking news.
This has not come out publicly.
This has not come out publicly. I'm not going to name any names, but a job was offered. If that person, who's a great friend of mine, were to basically throw me under the bus and say that I robbed him and I was a thief and I did this, they're trying to do anything they can. So be vigilant out there.
Who do you think the they is that are trying to do anything they can?
I have, in my mind, I have no, it's my opinion that it's the McMahons. I think the McMahons are so worried that this is the end for them that they'll do anything, they'll say anything. Like crooked Hillary Clinton, they'll do anything and they'll say anything to make sure they maintain their power.
Okay, so let's end this bite, right there. I just want to say that if anyone who is watching any of these Right Bites has a comment or would like to appear on the show to counter anything that Mr. Luthmann has said, you can contact Right Bites TV on our Facebook page, which is Right Bites TV. Rich, thank you very much for bringing this information to Staten Island and giving people the opportunity to learn more about this case. As I said, I will play some of these audio clips, and we like we have in the past, we put a link up to the complaint itself.
If the complaint speaks for itself, read the complaint. I don't have to belabor the point. This is a pretty much open and shut type case. When you have the tapes speak for themselves.
Okay, so again, this is Sam Pirozzolo at Right Bites TV. This bite is done. Thank you very much. Until the next bite. Have a good evening.